it's October here in Baldeykino and on our little farm. And the first thing I want to do is check on our wheat field. Now, this is the field that we made here in our plot of land. We've been helping some of the other local farmers around here, and that's one thing we're definitely going to be doing this October. I'd like to see how our wheat field is doing. It's, you know what? I think it's already fully, it's fully fertilized and everything, and this is all good to go. I know that this month we're going to be helping some because, well, that's kind of something I've been saying since the beginning, is we're going to be helping with this sugar beet field down right across the road from us here. They're going to have our help for this harvest. Now that's going to bring in a lot of money because they're going to be paying us to help them with this field. It should be ready to harvest this month right here. We've been helping them a lot with some things, and last episode we put down lime and planted our wheat, and it's good to go through the winter now. And so Uncle Pete's field of beets here is ready to harvest. And I talked with them this morning, and there's equipment down at the tractor park that we can use to start, well, getting started on this. And there's something else that I just remembered. We have that load of gravel that I wanted to use to kind of start getting some gravel down on our driveway, and I haven't tried that yet. I'd like to see how that's going to work so I can have an idea. We've got some of the gravel piled down here by the driveway. Yeah, so this time we're largely going to be working on harvesting the sugar beets. And sugar beets is something I've never harvested before. Well, we just got the wheat field, it's the only field we've got. So it'll be fun to see how they do it here. So let's check out, I do kind of want to see how this gravel thing is going to go. And our bucket is still down at the tractor park, down at the co-op. And, well, we kind of need to get the bucket here anyway. Let's go down there and get our bucket for our tractor because I want it to work with the gravel. I mentioned the sugar beets, of course we'll be doing that, but I do want to work on the gravel some as well, and I'd like to, we need to get our bucket back here. So we'll take a drive down to the collective farm down in town, down in Baldeykino, and get our bucket and see what's going on with the sugar beet harvest, I guess. Let's drop this off. Yeah, well, our forks were, I think it was last episode, our forks were down at the store. Well, from now on, there's a forklift down there by the train that we can use for items at the store, so I brought the forklift back up here. Yeah, it's kind of been a thing of jockeying it around, the forks and the bucket, and when I used the forks last, they were left down at the farm. And, well, anyway, let's get that bucket back up here to our farm. All right, down here at the collective farm, and, parked our bucket over here. Now, while we're down here, let's go ahead and see if the equipment is ready to go out to the beet field, because I don't see why it's not, we may as well get started on that. They've got other fields to work on, and I promised them I'd help with this. Also, it is paying very well, enough that, we'll be able to pretty much afford any kind of new equipment we'd want for our farm. And that's going to be really good because, going on into fall and stuff like that, I'd like to get another field prepped for next year on our farm. So, all right, so it looks like they've got a harvester pulled out and ready for the harvest. And I'm told there's a tractor and trailer here that we can use. Let's see, the tractor, they said, is it's back there. It was, I think they were working on it before, but it's ready now. And there's a trailer, I think it's around the corner over there. May as well get this stuff ready and get this down to the field. We can work on our gravel and stuff later. So this is the tractor that we're going to be using to pull the trailer. And I see it over there, the trailer. All right, so we're going to take this and get this stuff down to the beet field. And one thing I want to do is check. Okay, I figured it's October. Let's see what's for sale. All right, so I always check the used equipment sale. See, for things we can use on our farm. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this down to field 4. That's the field with the sugar beets. And the easiest way there from here, well, we can shortcut. We can go through that parking lot, but I'd rather not with a big tractor and trailer, so we're going to have to go this way. It gets pretty thick with the mud up here. We won't be able to take the harvester this way. I don't think the harvester can get through this, but this tractor should be able to. we'll probably be taking the highway. The highway goes down west past the collective farm down to the sugar mill, and that's where we're taking the beets. Because I don't think the harvester, it might not be able to make it through this. Yeah, we should probably avoid this until this mud dries up and use the highway. In the meantime, though, we can get good and dirty getting through this. All right, so since we're taking the, let's see, get a kind of the lay of the land here. This is a big field. This is a really big field. Yeah, since we'll be taking the harvester up the highway, that means we'll be starting from the east end over there. So let's get the, I'm going to get the trailer over there. Kind of, yeah, bringing the harvester through this. Yeah, we're going to want to avoid this too. 'Cause I'm trying to get the trailer over to the other side. It's just been really muddy here this fall. So we're going to want to bring the harvester. There's another road up here that goes to the highway. At least I know now. At least I know where we're going to be bringing the harvester and not to bring it this way. So I'm going to get this stuff staged up here. And I think they've got a pretty good, I hope they've got a good, decent size harvester, because this is a lot of work. They're paying us well, though. They're paying us really, really well for this. Like, as in enough that we could afford a harvester for our own field when we have to harvest our wheat next year. And that's something I'm definitely like. This will be good here. And I'm going to go get that harvester so we can get started on these beets. And then we'll work some on our driveway, too, see if we can get some gravel down. But at least work on this some for the first half of the day here, because there's a lot to harvest here. All right, so the harvester is in here. I believe it's, yep, here's where I saw it. And we're going to have to move one of these, if not both of these trucks, out of the way to get it out. Yeah, let's move these trucks here. This is usually a pretty convenient parking space. But, so we'll just move these over here out of the way. All right, now look at this big bad boy. Let's get him down to the field. Now, yeah, gonna want to take the highway down there. It's just a short little jaunt. We're right off the main road here, so all we got to do is follow that down. And a big tool like this, now this job's still going to take a good part of the day. This is going to make it a lot easier. There's usually a lot of traffic here, but not today, I guess. So this turn up here on the left, this is where all the mud was. I don't think we can get the harvester down there. There's a huge dip there. So we're going to go up here. This is where I have the trailer and the tractor parked. So we'll start from the east side over here and work our way west. Yeah, they're honking at me. Yeah, I'm trying to move. All right. Well, let's get started with this. Wow, what a big job this is. All right, we need to get our steering set on this. I don't want to use the crab steering. I want to use all-wheel. There we go. You don't want to use all-wheel steering on the road, but here, I think it'll help us maneuver better. Oh, this is one big piece of equipment. Imagine having something like this on our farm. Yeah, this is going to be nice. We're not going to have equipment like this for a while. Well, I don't know. This job would likely pay for a harvester for our field. For our wheat, anyway. All right, let's get started on the beets. Now, I might be getting myself into trouble by doing this. I'm going to see if I can clear a row straight up here. But if I can't make it all the way, I'm going to have to back all the way down it. So I'm hoping I can make it down the row like this. Well, it seemed kind of inconvenient and tricky to turn around that turn and then follow the contour up with the Yeah, I mean, maybe I should have turned the all-wheel steering off for that. I could just see, had I had the all-wheel steering on, the back end would have whipped around and hit that big power line there. That's why I didn't do that. Maybe I could have put it back on turn steering, but I think that will be good to make it up this row like this, and then we can come down. Yeah, it's filling up pretty fast. I mean, it's filling up. I mean, we're going to make it on this row. It's got a big capacity, this harvester. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be fine. But I mean, but look at just how much we've got here in the tank. Hopefully that trailer that they're letting us borrow has a decent capacity. I mean, it's pretty big. You know, they gave us a big tractor to pull it with, so hopefully that's a pretty good capacity trailer. It's not too far to the sugar mill, but I don't want to have to be making a lot of trips. And I'm glad that, yeah, again, I'm glad that we got the high-tech equipment that we've got to do this. This could take, wow, this could take several days with, you know, older, out-of-date equipment. Luckily, our farm's just right across the road, right over there, of course. So here and there, we can hop over there and do some work on our farm, too. Well, it looks like, yeah, it's looking like this row is going to be about half of the hopper, so that'll be convenient. We can head down that last row right there by the road and be right at the trailer to offload. All right, now let's see if we can get this thing turned around without taking out any of the crop. Oh yeah, it turns pretty good for being like 30 feet long. You know, it's basically the size of a fire truck. It turns pretty good. Just getting the hang of this thing. Yeah, it looks like I left some of the crop there. It's no big deal. Trying to get a feel for the working width of the header. We don't have a huge work width. I think it's only about 3 meters wide. Try and do the best job we can, considering in this case I'm the hired worker. Yeah, you know, yeah, totally. And I've had to adjust the steering on this thing a couple of times. There's some missed sugar beets back there. This thing's really particular about where it wants to pick them up. I mean, like, I'm trying to get it to actually hang a little bit over the crop because I missed some down there. And if I'm being hired out for a job, I want to make sure, well, obviously, I do the best job I can for the farmers down at the collective farm. Hoping that I can stop up here in a wide enough spot that we can unload, and it looks like we're going to be able to. Yeah, I think we're just maybe going to barely make it to the white part in the road so we can unload. That's only going to be an issue here for this first load. After this, obviously, we'll have enough room cleared. All right, now I need to be careful with this. Make sure that we get all the crops here. Try not to run over other crops. All right, let's get that out and get this pulled up there. And let's see what kind of capacity we have on this trailer. If this trailer ain't mine, I don't know. There we go. We got that filling. I hope we're able to empty out the harvester. Let's see here. Yeah, this is going to be pretty slow going because we're going to fill that trailer. I think so. But that's the biggest trailer. Well, not necessarily true. We could pull up. We've got a truck. Let me get this folded back up here. Ooh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, this has got a bigger capacity than the truck. I was going to say we got us a semi truck down at the farm, but at the tractor park. But well, let's get an idea where we're going to be taking these. Because this is the trailer we've got to work with, and that's it. This trailer holds more than the semi trailer we have. This is a big trailer. So we're going to be going down here, and we're going to be going out west of town. We've never been down there yet, but I know it's down southwest of town. There's a sugar mill. So let's take a drive down there. Now, I haven't been here yet. I haven't been west of town yet, so... Alright, so this is where we usually turn off to go to... there's the collective farm tractor park there. And that's always where we turn off. I haven't been down this way yet. But I know when we get past town, there should be a T-turn up here. Yeah, where that blue truck just turned off. We're going to want to hang a left up here and follow that road around. And it's probably that building. It could be that building up there with those big stacks that you can see past the trees. That could be it. And this is a heavy load of sugar beets. The yield of this crop is so high, it's going to take so many runs down here. And yeah, it looks like those smokestacks that I saw, that is indeed the mill. Just got to figure out where to dump these at for the contract. Oh, the road kind of, yeah, you got to watch that there. Oh, it's a heavy load. Well, let's check behind this building. Alright, looks like up here we can unload these. Well, at least we know where we're going now. Let's see, can I back into that? Yeah, we can back into that. Alright, get all these offloaded here. And see what kind of percentage it gives us on the field. Like 1% or something probably. 3%. Okay, well, so do the math on that. We're going to be making a few trips. Yeah, going to be making a few of those trips. And I think I'm actually going to see about... I'm going to see if we can use a different tractor. Alright, so just a little delay there early in harvesting. I decided to go get a different tractor. We're borrowing a different tractor for the remainder of this harvest. I just, personal thing, I could not stand the sound of that tractor. It was literally just rattling my head off driving that thing. And I wasn't about to drive what looks like it's going to be about 30-some loads to the sugar mill with that. So we're borrowing a different tractor for the remainder of this. Something as simple as that, but that's just how it is sometimes. I hadn't driven that tractor before, so we're going to be driving this Valtra. But the contract pays so well. The job that, yeah, Uncle Peter hired us to do on this field, it pays so well that especially if we can find a good sale on some good piece of machinery, we can buy pretty much anything we need for our farm, you know, for what we're getting paid for harvesting this field. Maybe even build a new building or something. I don't know, but it's going to be worth it for sure, what we could take home from this job. Alright, yeah, we're parked up here. Alright, so I'm going to get back in the harvester and we're going to get back to work. This is going to be, I'm going to harvest another bucket or another trailer full, and then maybe see about doing some, I would like to see about working some with the gravel on our driveway. Let's park this here for now. Let's see if I can get these edges here. Well, now that I got a better feel for how this harvester maneuvers, and I think I can get around these corners just fine. Kind of get this rounded off so that we can, well, we've only got a couple more rows, so we'll have to worry about this corner here. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this eastern portion here, this strip that I left. I'm going to take that off on this next hopper full. Yeah, this is going to be a long day of harvesting. I think it is. Almost kind of starting to wonder, what was I thinking when I agreed to take on this job? Well, we got outfitted with land, some, you know, a basic tractor, the ability to make our own fields. I mean, in a way, taking on jobs like this, you know, they put faith and stuff in us to give land for a farm and everything. So doing this is, you know, it's being neighborly and being appreciative of the help that I've gotten for our farm. So, you know, plus it pays. But at the same time, going down these rows with this harvester, we are taking a dent out of it, but at the same time, it's like, wow, this is quite a job. I might just, you know, I was just thinking that I might just have a look at that trailer, see, because I didn't look. I'm going to see if there's any way to hitch another trailer on the back of it. I mean, I got plenty of time to think here, running down these rows with this harvester. I wonder if there's any way to hitch another trailer to it, or if there's some other kind of tandem arrangement I can look into, because making 33 or 34 trips down to the sugar mill is not exactly on my list of things I wanted to do. I didn't know how high yield this was going to be, how much the beets weigh, or how much capacity I have. And now that I see, I'm going to be trying to find a way to make fewer trips. I mean, who wouldn't want to take fewer trips? I'll have a look at that. See how far we can make it down this row and offload it to the trailer. Hopefully it's got a hitch on it. I don't know. If not, maybe I can think about one of our other trailers that maybe does. So I think our total take from this is going to be, not counting, you know, there might be product left over after we finish the job. I'm trying to do the best job I can. There might be some product left over that wasn't accounted for, but aside from that, what we're getting paid, I think take home might be just north of 60,000, which is pretty good, you know, for getting paid to do this job. So yeah, when I said that, yeah, we'll definitely have some money for our farm for doing work over the winter, because working over the winter can be, well, yeah, it can be a few months with no income really, especially our first winter, because our wheat, well, we can't harvest our wheat till next year, so there's no grain to sell. We'll just stop up here and empty this once I get to the end of this little row I've been doing, because, yeah, as we know, this trailer won't even hold a full hopper from this, so we may as well, it doesn't matter if we're full or not, we'll just stop right here and get this offloaded. Wow, that's a lot of vegetables. Let's see what kind of hitch we have. Probably nothing. Yeah, well, I could hope. But no, I can't think of a way to move more capacity than this. This holds more than our semi-trailer does. I don't think it's got a hitch on it either. So, unless I can figure something else out, we'll just be taking this down there. I'll cut as much out as I can, but it's going to take me a lot of trips to get this down there. I think this time when I go down there, I'm going to stop at the tractor park on the way and see if, well, grab our tractor and bring it back and have a little break here and there to see if I can work on some bucket work on our driveway, getting our gravel put in. Be a nice little downtime break here and there between running sugar beets back and forth to the mill. Or, let's see, we got root crop storage literally right here. See, but it's still the same problem. See, I was thinking I could store them here and then move them down, you know, in bigger bulk. But then again, you know, what would I move them in bigger bulk? Yeah. Just trying to find a way to avoid making 30-some trips to the mill. All right, here we are down here with load number 2 out of what I assume is going to be, 34 loads with 3%, if it 3% with each load. But these kind of jobs have a way of surprising me sometimes. If you recall, when we unloaded that canola from that one harvest. Wait, I don't have a, there we go. I'll have a look around here. I haven't seen what's back of here yet. Anything? No, nothing. So 6%. Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. 6%. I have been delivering crops, you know, at times. Oh, wow. I was on my way out the place and I saw this. Well, that'll help. That'll help our farm out. All right. Doing contracts for other farmers before, you know, I've had times when you're delivering the crops and sometimes it fills up like super fast unexpectedly, but this one's just going to take a while. So for now, yeah, on the way back, I'm going to stop at the collective farm and grab our tractor so we can get our bucket back to our farm and see about moving some of that gravel. See how that's going to go. I don't know how tedious that's going to be or how well it's going to work. There's a lot of other stuff that I'd like to be getting into and doing. The thing is, this beet harvest is such a massive job. I want to take a break, you know, and do some of this here, but that sugar beet harvest is going to be a lot of what I'm doing over this month. Just how it is. Now let's see how this is going to work, though. See if it's going to work the way I imagined it would. Alright, let's see here. This could be a slow process as well, but this is something we can work on, you know, on and off. Let's try up here and see how much of a light touch this is going to take. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a process doing this, I think. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, this is going to be a long kind of over time kind of thing, I think. When we find rocks and gravel, bring them over here and probably get some kind of blade or something. It might be able to level it out with a blade a little bit. It's just going to take a lot of truckfuls of gravel because this right here is one truckload here. Let's see if I can get a little smoother with the dump here. But it'd be nice to avoid having mud in our driveway. Also good for winter time when it's, you know, so it doesn't get slick out here. So it is kind of, if we go slow and just kind of keep the bucket tilted like this, over time we can get this thing paved, I think. Kind of interesting how it works. I didn't know how it was going to work at all. Never tried this. Now if I go back over the same spot with kind of the same angle on the bucket, let's see how it goes. You know, I've said it before many times, this is a good, this tractor is a great loader. It is. I mean, this bucket of rocks here weighs about 2 tons. And, yeah, and this tractor doesn't have any problem moving it. A lot of tractors I might have to put a weight or something on it. This must have a just really good balance to it or something. I mean, a tractor this small I wouldn't expect could handle a bucket this heavy as good as it's doing. I think if we can smooth this over with a blade, this might work out pretty well. It's just kind of an idea in my head. And we'll see how it works, but I think with enough time and just here and there, this could pay off pretty well and be a creative way to take care of things. Okay, right there. Whoa. Yeah, I said the bucket was heavy. The bucket is heavy. If you hit, yeah, you got to watch hitting bumps with this because it will lift the rear wheels off the ground. Yeah, if I get too fast and bumpy with it, it will lift the front wheels up. I mean, the bucket is heavy, but the tractor's handling it pretty well. Yeah, I think this will work out over time. The only thing is, supposing we can come over and smooth this out, and I'll have to see about that because this was all just an experiment. Not really sure. Just park the tractor here and get back to our sugar beet harvest because there's so much work to do there. All right, I figure before we start a new row, we may as well dump what we've got off into the trailer. There we go. Now let's see. Yeah, we can start this new row down here and hopefully, whoa, avoid hitting that big tower there. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, no, I'm not sure if I can turn this thing around. Once we get some more room to maneuver on the field, it'll be fine. For now, let's just take off another row on the east side here. Yeah, working this close to the tower. I'm going to put it on normal steering because this thing it keeps wanting to swing the rear end around and hit that tower. All right, let's see here. There we go. It is too bad, you know, that each hopper load of this is more than one trip to the mill. The only thing I think we could do is, if I brought the semi up here, then at least we could fill 2 trailers before having to run to the mill. I mean, that doesn't really save time, but it just makes it so that I can have more uptime on the harvester. So yeah, once we get a full hopper here, I'm going to run and may as well grab the big truck and trailer and bring it down here too. So same number of runs to the mill, but make 2 at a time. And I wonder what time of year is best to sell these. We're going to have some left over, and I wonder, like, yeah, what, let's see, sugar beets, and, yeah, January. So, depending on how much we have left over, I guess it would behoove us to store some over the winter, sell them in January. We'll see about that. It all depends how much, and, you know, what happens when we're done here. And it does seem like it's slow going, but I mean, once I get this next row knocked out, you know, we'll have at least a noticeable chunk of the field gone. It's still, there's a lot to do, but it's going to be encouraging to see at least that this part will be done here. Yeah, and this header is really picky about where it wants to pick up sometimes. We need to kind of hang over off the edge a little bit here so I can stop leaving those runs of unharvested beets. And as high yield as these are and how much we could potentially get for these, I'd like to come back and get what we can, you know, because we're saving every penny on this farm. I want to get as much off this field as we can. All right, so I'm going to get these beets here, and then on the way back we're going to stop by and bring the semi down here too. So yeah, you know, at least we can load 2 trailers before taking anything down. All right, so this will put us at 9%. Well, 9 is almost 10. I mean, so there's that. Almost 1/10 of the way done. Well, actually, it says the contract, so that was 9% of the grain transported, but the overall job is 10% done. So, yeah, I can look at that optimistically if I want. I thought about even getting our tractor and our little trailer down there, but our trailer, yeah, it's so small that I don't think it'd be worth it to run down just like, you know, the 8 cubic meters that it can hold. So, you know, I think the best bet is just, yeah, I will get the semi, of course, and then, yeah, just those 2. The semi, it'll hold almost as much as this. All right, so we got both of those down here now, so... yeah, well, at least, you know, we can run the harvester for longer now without having to make a trip. Still the same amount of trips, really, you know, but yeah, let's get to work on this. I look forward to getting this row done, and you know, yeah, I wish I could get that one more row of beets there, but that just, no, there's no way I can. So I'm going to make this up and down here, but once this up and down is done, you know, you can see here we'll have a dent in the field, so there's that. All right, now we just have this Yeah, I'm going to take out this skinny row here and then head back up the field and get some of the bits we missed to kind of solidify our official dent that we've made in the field here. This row is hardly even worth going down there for because most of it's only just one little row of beets, but I mean, I've got to get these in here. So we officially have a kind of a dent made in the field here. We got all this picked up and we got 2 trailers to load. I'm going to work some more on this and get this, work towards getting this finished. And next episode, we'll be finishing this and then doing some work on our farm. There's more work I want to do. We've got a big plot of land and I don't see why we don't have more fields on there. I'd like to get started on that once I get this finished. So I'm going to work some on this and I'll see you guys next time where we'll be working over there. Guys, thanks so much for watching and following along. Be sure to comment below with anything you may, any input you have. And if you like the video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to follow along for more. Guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you back on our farm here in Baldeykino next time.